Hey there, it's Jenny, and I have a traveler's notebook process video to share with you. I am documenting a photo that was taken almost 5 years ago, and I actually just stumbled upon the photo in my camera roll and realized I had not scrapbooked this memory. Now, I really wanted to. It was actually something that I had wanted to do, so I decided today was the day. I'm using the afternoon tea collection from Coco Daisy, and one of the reasons is because I love the yellow that's included. You probably noticed that already. And there are some yellow accents in this photo, and I thought that they would be perfect together. Now, of course, I'll use other colors too, but I just really felt the pull to use the yellow accents and mat the photo on this yellow gingham paper. Now, I'm starting with the left-hand side of the page, and I wanted to just simply keep the design simple. That is because the photo is really fun and like totally tells the story, like in the photo. I mean, okay, at least a large part of it. And so I didn't want it to be too overwhelmed with things. And I figured that the pattern paper was the best way to keep it really cute and make me happy with the design, but keep it simple as well. So I just used the matted photo and then two other small pieces of patterned paper. And one of them is black and white, and the other one just has really tone on tone polka dots. So I feel like overall it's pretty darn great. Now I did pull out a yellow tag from my stash. This was not part of the kit. And I'm using it for the bulk of the design on the right hand side. And the premise of the design on the right hand side is to keep it very eclectic, which is my very favorite, and then also linear at the same time. I would argue linear is probably my second favorite. So let's combine those two things. So included in the little envelopes are the little note cards that go in the envelopes, and they're very cool. So I decided to use two of them. One will be to document the date, and then one will be for the journaling. So I decided to turn the journaling one on its side because it fit better in the overall design that way. Obviously, having it up and down would have been wonderful, but this way gives some width to the cluster. Now there is not only a chipboard strip, but there's also a die cut strip as well that I think will look really cool here too. Now I do have problems with it, but both of them being words, you'll see what I mean in a minute. But this frame stamp, perfect. And I lined it up with the top of the tag in order to give the top a firm border, if you will. Okay, so let's pull out that other die cut. So first we're going to use this scalloped, it's got scallops and little holes, and I just trimmed off one of the sections because with the entire section it's too long. But when I pull that one, or when I cut that one off, it fits so much better and really works for what I'm trying to do here, which is create this overall eclectic cluster. There's not too much overlap. I mean, there is, like you can see, but there's not just layers upon layers upon layers. And I really love the way that that turned out. So now sometimes I just have to move the bits and the pieces together around from my initial where I put them down to make them fit a little bit better. And that's one of the things about just doing it, jumping in head first and just doing it, because then the adhesive is still a little bit forgiving. Now I knew I wanted to include something else too, like an embellishment. I didn't love this one had words because I already had two things with words on them. And I just felt like I needed more shapes, hence why I'm trying out the arrow. But newsflash, I hate the arrow there, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick down that die cut because I know that I want to use it right there. And I'll still look for something else. Now I'm on to something with the hexagons. Like it seems like a really good shape there, but I can't quite seem to settle on the perfect one. So I pull out the other set of chipboard that I have, and I finally find the right one. Now I do like to use a little bit of clear adhesive on the back of the chipboard. The chipboard comes with adhesive and it's perfectly fine, but I know from scrapbooking for a very long time that you just need super heavy duty adhesive. So that's why I add a little bit. And oh my gosh, look at the cute heart inside the frame. I absolutely love it. Isn't that adorable right there? All right, so we've got the cards down, we've got it all down, but I still feel like I need another little stamped element, especially because this stamp set, it says memorable moment, and this was definitely a memorable moment. So instead of putting it over on the right-hand side, I'm just going to stamp it right above the photo, simply using my black ink. I love the contrast and the pop. Now I did print some journaling, it's very small, on clear sticker paper, and this was just a scrap. So you do that by printing out the journaling on paper, adhering the scrap with removable adhesive on top of where the journaling is, and then feeding it back through my printer. So now I'm just going to put both of these little things down, the date and the journaling, and we're all set. Thanks so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thanks so much, and make it a great day.